I think it worked. We might be live. We might not be. It's definitely one of those days. Welcome everybody to Making It Up as We Go, episode 67. I think it is. Let me get the fellas in here. And no, there was no whistling. So there's Sean and and Paul. There we go. So how's everybody doing? Oh wait, I have you guys all muted. Sorry, everything's gotten. Yeah, this is a wow. This is a mess.
There we go.
There we go. I think. Um, hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we got everybody on fixed. I think everybody was like being able to through the. We're, all right, we're trying new software this week. We have left StreamYard because StreamYard was getting way too expensive. Or to be blunt and honest, what they were going to be providing us. So we're trying out EV Mux, and it's a little bit different. I only actually I had a free account for a while here for like a month or so because of our buddy Dave Gatton is using EV Mux and with his show, but I hadn't had anything set up for this yet until an hour ago. So we have. I mean, look at the sides of the sign up in the corner for over Sean. It's like it's a big light. Oh, it's a mess. Oh, fun
It
stuff.
works.
We'll see if we can shrink it. Look.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. I shrunk it down somehow. I don't know
You
how.
can do it on the fly too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So so we're trying. We'll see how well it goes. It's a bit of a mess. So, but as usual, those shows usually end up being the funnest because it's just such a shit show.
If you can't laugh, what are you doing, right?
Oh yeah. So, well, let's get into everything and see how everybody's doing this week. Sean, since you're in the upper right corner this week, and I don't know if I know how to move people around very well. How you doing? What have you been up to?
Great. I've been playing as usual.
Well, that's good.
Been working on coding trains in the DCC controllers to add sound, believe it or not, to these little guys right here.
Okay.
And it's been a little bit of a challenge. Nice little learning curve. Keeps the mind going. And then today I'm going to go ahead.
Like choo-choo sounds?
Choo-choo sounds. Yes, okay. The huffy puffy ones. And then we had a train show this weekend. Ooh, and it's also tomorrow from noon to 3, or like noon to 3, noon to 2, somewhere in there. But this is the club that I'm a member of. And it's a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good week.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
It looks like it was a good time. Oh, lots of your modules over there.
Quite a few.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to be. Good way to be. What about you, Mr. Corliss? What have you been working on this week?
Couple of things that put lights inside my cover to my laser.
Oh, there you go.
Some LED lights.
Yeah.
And that's really neat. Boy, it sure lights it up nice in there so I can see what I'm doing now.
Or see what you're not doing.
Now, there's a lot of truth in that, too. And then on Thingiverse, I found this knob a while ago, and I printed one out a long time ago. That's this one. And the neat thing about it is you can capture a nut inside of it as you're printing it.
Oh, fun.
And so it captures I've got just a 1/4 nut in there.
Sweet.
And it makes a nice little knob for on
Oh, your hold down brackets.
Sweet.
or your hold down bracket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
But it's
nice.
just a nice little, I have trouble holding on to stuff. It's just a nice little knob.
There you go.
And the only other thing I got is I see that Silver Horse 32 is out in the chat.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his name is. Anyway, he asked me last week if I knew of any plans for 3D printing 8 millimeter and Super 8 reels, take up reels. And I did find on Thingiverse and on what is it,
Maker World.
Makerspace.
Maker World. On both of those, there's plans for or the stuff to make both the Super 8 and the 8 millimeter take up reels.
Oh,
So
cool.
hopefully that'll help them out.
Nice.
That's all I got to relinquish what little time I have left to him.
No, real quick, I'm glad this is recorded.
There you go.
This is proof.
Yeah. Dwayne says his dad had that for his in scale, and when the train was idle, you can hear the guys opening the firebox and shoveling coal. That's awesome.
It is so cool.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
It brings realism to the little models.
And Paul, his name's Jack.
Jack, I just saw that. I was going to say hi, Jack, but hi, Jack.
All right. Now we're going to take Jack off of here.
You beat me to that.
I may have gray hair, but I am 12 years old.
This show's going downhill already.
Oh, it went downhill 66 episodes ago. What about you, Mr. Hammerquist? What have you been up to?
Oh, not too much. Played around with Rub and Buff and did that skull.
Oh, nice.
And so did that and the Dripping Ghoul.
That
And
was so cool.
did these to practice before I touched my mace, which
Yeah.
is done, but it's drying in the garage. Still printing Halloween stuff. I got Lego inspired skeleton.
Yeah.
Yes. Construction block inspired.
Yeah, I got that. Got a bunch of just fun Halloween. Just
Oh,
really
wow.
going all out. Got spiders, ghouls.
I like him.
Sweet.
And I mean, I still got some tea lights or whatever. So I'm going to be printing off a bunch more of these. My brother has a party coming up, so gonna decorate his house.
Cool.
Keep my house clean.
There you go.
It's dirty now, but and these, I know it's hard, but so you can get this file, which is just a pumpkin, and it has a stem, but all my stems broke when I tried printing them. But then I found these pumpkin heads from somebody else, and they glue in just perfectly. So, and he has like 8 different heads you can print off. So,
Oh, wow. Yeah, it goes right along with it.
yeah, and I have a big one going there. So, the small ones work, so now you got to make them big.
Yeah. Got to explode it up. Did you see that that Bamboo was doing a sale on their orange filament the other day?
Yes, I saw lots of the sales, and I had to buy other things.
Oh, no.
Like groceries and
Oh, no. I quit eating. I just buy, filament and my AMS is the second slot is retracting the filament all the way out. So
Oh,
I either
geez.
have the first whatever it's called, first feeder is gone bad, or the 4 hub has gone bad, and so I had to buy both of those.
Well, you didn't put in a support ticket yet? Doesn't it have like a year warranty or something like that on it?
Oh, you can do that? I thought
Yeah.
people were supposed to fix their stuff.
Well, but they might send you one for free.
You fix
Well,
on
I
your own.
will send in a support ticket and be like, I bought it. Send me something else. I'll make a video on it. Hey, Bamboo.
There you go. Maybe they'll respond to you. I can't get them to respond to any emails from me.
Oh, well, send an email to PCB Way. Apparently, they'll probably get back to you.
Yeah, evidently. No, they talk to everybody.
Man, I saw, like, besides the videos I watched today, the other videos while I was in the garage, I can't even count how many PCB Way, sponsored by. I was like, my whole day was sponsored by PCB Way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it gets kind of crazy right now with them. I mean, they are spending some marketing dollars, that's for sure. All right, so we got them. We got and FlexiSpot has been doing a lot, and on a lot of the car channels, it's like Better Health. There's a lot of Better Health on the car channels, and then there's who else? Factor, like a meal prepping service or something like that. There's a couple of them that are just going crazy right now, but phew, nutty. Ugh. Well, good deal. I'm glad that you're getting some progress done on putting both of those printers to work. Pretty soon you're going to need another one.
Sometime in 2025, first quarter.
Well, so you bring that up. So Bamboo the other day put out a message on what was it? They put it out, I guess, a couple different ways or whatever. But they were talking about their new printer that's coming out, and that they've now delayed it until first quarter 2025. The what? Well, we have the emails here. Let's see if we can pull them up. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. It says our new top-of-the-line 3D printer launch moves to first quarter 2025. We're taking time to polish the innovative features that'll push the boundaries of consumer 3D printing and making sure the machine to be fully ready and supported worldwide. Worth the wait, we promise. More details coming next year. Stay tuned. P.S. Gold ticket winners will be able to extend their tickets through 2025. And then another post that they put out was to help you make an informed decision about whether to wait for the new release. Here's what we can share now. This new printer will integrate technology that pushes the boundaries of consumer 3D printing. It'll be positioned above our current X1 series, targeting prosumers who demand cutting-edge performance. And we're focusing on features that will enable capabilities previously not possible in consumer 3D printing. Interesting.
Expensive.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be more than $1,500.
Yeah.
So probably at least probably $2,000, couple $100. The one thing that they do not make any mention of, and what everybody's been asking for, is a larger printer.
Build volume.
I'm wondering if it's not any bigger than what they've got. I mean, wouldn't you have put that in there if you were going to be bringing out a larger printer that everybody's been clamoring for?
You should know the build size.
You would think. So I don't think it's going to be any bigger than what they're doing now.
No, it doesn't help me.
No, but I tell you what, though, like I bet you a lot of people that read that went, okay, well, we're going to buy a K1 Max.
Well, K2 is also coming
K2.
out.
Or the K2, yeah.
Well, because the K1 you can't do multi.
No.
So I think most people are going to wait. If they want to get the K2.
Because that should be coming out soon.
Yeah, or they'll wait, for the K2 to come out and then hop on Facebook Marketplace and start buying K1s.
Yep. I should probably put out a video of the other project I have that I haven't yet before it comes completely obsolete. Anyway, we'll get on that subject another day. But yeah, so pretty interesting about that news from Bamboo. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be any bigger. I mean, I think it may be a little bit or something like that, but it's not going to be substantial that they would say, hey, it's going to be a bigger printer. So I don't know.
I just wish they would say what features that, like, just
Yeah, give something.
something. It's going to have new what? Well,
Yeah,
so
I don't really know if people really want a more prosumer one. I mean, because obviously they've recognized that so many people are using their machines for the print farms now, but I think they're going the wrong direction. Like people aren't wanting a more of a prosumer because they cannibalize their own sales of the X1 Carbon with the P1S and the P1P. I mean, like they completely cannibalized itself. So now you bring out a printer that's more expensive. Like, I mean, maybe if it was the X1C big, like that would make sense. Then you'd get that market share back. But even with the P1S and all that stuff, people are buying these A1s for their farms like crazy.
yeah.
Because they print so well, even though they're a bed slinger.
God, same size though.
Yeah, same footprint that it can print. So I don't know.
Well, I also wonder if this has anything to do with the lawsuit.
No.
It could.
Like maybe they're like, all right, how do we get around these things?
Yeah, could be. That's a good point.
So, what, instead of a purge tower, now it's a filament tower? But,
You're
yeah.
going to have a little guy inside that cuts the filament off and sticks it in a different hole or something.
Yeah. It's a bamboo brick. Patents are such a pain in the ass. But whatever. But anyway, yeah. So for to get back on target a little bit, here in Casa de Ballard, didn't get a whole lot done. I'm working on a model that somebody that I bought this week because of that filament that I bought the other week at the Printopia. My son and I wanted to do a specific model with that coloring that we got. But it takes a lot of painting of the model to get it to go. So I was messing with that some this week, but I really haven't had a whole lot of time just because of work. So, and today, so yesterday, here, let me tell you the story. So yesterday, I had to go to this guy's house because he had solar problems. He's had squirrels up underneath his panels and building nests and stuff. So, and they took out one of the panels. So he wanted to do critter guards around the outside. And so I got out there and I'm climbing up on the roof, and it's a beautiful morning. It's not very warm. It's nice and cool. It's like the perfect weather for working up on the roof, even though it's like 2 stories high and it's a decent pitch. So I'm up there, I'm working, sun's coming out more, and man, is it getting hot up there. So actually I burned my butt from sitting on the roof. I'm walking around like last night and today. I'm like, man, this my side really is bothering me. So I had my wife check it out a little while ago, And she's like, "Yeah, you got a big burn on the side of your butt from like laying up on the roof trying to get this screen and stuff in. You can't really stand while you're doing it." And yeah, so I burned my butt up on the roof. Man, it's uncomfortable. No, but anyway, yeah. So the squirrel had like eaten the wires of one of the solar panels and stuff, and he said he called me because him and his wife and family were outside having cookout on the deck or something one day, and all of a sudden something starts falling off of the roof and splatting onto the deck, and it was squirrel babies.
Oh no!
6 of them coming off a second-story roof. And yeah, he's like, yeah, that was when the decision was made. We need to get the squirrels, the critter guards put on. I was like, yeah, that's a good reason to. But at least it wasn't up there like the raccoon was. So
They hadn't eaten a hole through the roof or anything.
yeah. So that was kind of a mess. Oh, but yeah. And then today I actually making some changes around here a little bit. I've had an enclosed trailer for my solar business since for the last 12 years or whatever, but I really don't use it because it's a real pain in the butt to get panels in and out of, and now that I have the forklift that still doesn't have the brake spread, we I can't load that trailer up with the forklift either because it has the fold down tailgate on it. And so like a month or so ago, I was on Facebook Marketplace, my favorite place on earth. I should get like a gold star for Facebook Marketplace purchases. But I saw this trailer on there, and I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty good deal." It was a flat, a flat trailer, same size as the one I have, a 6x12, but there's no sides to it at all. It's not even like a landscaping trailer where it has like foot tall sides.
Mhm.
There's nothing. I mean, it's just a flat deck goes. And so the other day I was like, screw this. I got to go pick up our golf cart from South Carolina and stuff like that next week. So I need a trailer to be able to bring this thing back home on. So I'm going to go check this thing. It turns out still for sale. And so I went and looked at it today and brought it home. And have a little bit of stuff to do to it. Not much, but it's in pretty good shape for being 30 years old. And then I'm going to end up selling my enclosed one here at some point, and keep on going with that. So it's got like an aluminum deck on it, so it should work out pretty well. And golf cart will fit on it, and the forklift will be able to drop pallets and stuff right on top of it, so it should work out pretty well. Excited about that, but yeah. Anyway, got a good deal on it too, Facebook Marketplace. I think so, anyway. But anyway, yeah. So well, let's get moving here, and we'll see what we can chat about here. Before we do that, actually, we got to talk about the Gatton Christmas Challenge. So the Gatton Christmas Challenge is coming up sooner than later. I don't know how many days, but it's coming quick. I did not get to figure that out for this week. And I don't remember what it was from last week because that's on StreamYard and this is not StreamYard. So roughly 50 days, somewhere in that neighborhood. But anyway, we have some sponsors already for the Gatton Christmas Challenge. So the Gatton Christmas Challenge, if you do not know, use all your robots. Use your CNC, use your lasers, use your 3D printers, and create something that is a Christmas-related project. Cool project is awesome. And if you don't want to do a big project, we're doing ornaments as well. So there's going to be 2 sections of them, and so we'll have some. Hopefully, we'll have some prizes for both sides. But at least the main side of the challenge with the bigger projects and all that, we'll have some prizes. But don't do it for the prizes. Do it for the fun of participating and getting out and shopping, doing stuff. So let's talk about some of the challenge sponsors. So here we are. We do have Cody from Cadence Manufacturing Design is going to be giving us some Jenny bits for one of our winners here. We have Wham Bam coming back from last year. They're not giving us any clouds this year, though. They're giving us gift cards. So you can pick whatever you want. So if you want a cloud,
That's cool.
you can get there's going to be a couple of different gift cards there for Wham Bam. So you can get um, uh, plates like the PEI plates for your 3D printer for whatever brand you have. You can get their hot box. It's going to be a couple different things. It would be money towards that. Anything that you want from their site. And then Rapid Change ATC. Our buddies over there are giving us one of their change docks and for one of your CNCs out there. The big thing to remember with the Rapid Change ATC is you do need to have a spindle. It's not going to work with a router. But that's really sweet. And I'm really excited about the sponsors that we have right now, and I'm really appreciative that they're letting us give some more stuff away. So fun times. It's coming up quick, so start planning, start working on a short video for it, and let's get some stuff done. So, all right. Well, let's see here. Let's see. We're gonna switch over here like this. No, wrong one. There we go. We got to switch there. There we go. We got to make you big, Sean.
Put me in the limelight.
Yeah. Hello, Sean. Sean, yeah.
My ear's itching.
We'll start talking about our videos for this week, and the first one that we're going to talk about is from Macy Makes. We've had her on here a bunch of times, but this week she was constructing. She got a file of the Haunted Mansion from Colts, and I forget who did the model, but man, is this thing awesome! What a great model it is to put together. Crazy details in it. I mean, like the pillars have like rock chips out of them and stuff. It's pretty sweet. And you don't need an AMS to, or color changing, printer to put this stuff on. Any of the things that had like multicolored stuff, it was at a particular layer height, so you could switch out your filament if you wanted to. Stuff like that. So, and I mean, all the pieces, and towards the end when she lights it up is just what a great model that is.
Oh, dude.
It really makes me want it. My mother-in-law, before all the grandkids showed up, she would do the Christmas Village type thing in her living room, and now I'm hoping that whoever does that model does some really cool Christmas Village ones, because I'd love to print one out for her and be able to put it over in the living room and stuff, and that'd be really, really sweet.
Did she say how long it would take to print this?
I don't think she did say exactly how long it took her to print it. But man, look at that! That looks so awesome. It's got a fountain in the front. I mean, it's so cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long it took to actually print the whole thing. I mean, obviously quite a while, because it was on, the amount of detail in small pieces. I mean, look at the fence. It's crazy, but so awesome. And there's like some interchangeable pieces. So like the clock, I think you can change for a different one or something like that. There's a couple different like options. I think the plants or something in the front, where there's a couple different ones that you could put in there, like shrubberies. Oh, that was so cool. Very cool. Um,
Yeah, I've been getting some files off Colts 3D lately.
yeah,
It's been interesting going from free to paid.
Oh,
it is.
yeah, but it's so worth it.
It is. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's like on free. It's like, ooh, I'll download this. I'll download this. I'll download this. And
Yeah.
on this one, I'm like,
Do I really want to do this one? But the attention to detail that they put into the paid models is so crazy that it's really worth it.
well, yeah, because the Sauron mask, right? There's one floating around on Thingiverse and Maker's World and everything.
Yeah.
But the geometry is all like there's like spikes going into your head.
Oh, geez.
You know, the manifold edges. It's just a complete nightmare. But then I think it was like $7 on Colts 3D, and I was like, all right, let's try it. And oh, it was just so easy. Threw it into Bamboo Studio and sliced it up and into smaller parts, and just worked. I didn't have to fiddle around and try to fix the model.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, you're really doing well. Jerry's asking where the house is from. Jerry, it's on
Oh.
Colts 3D. She puts it in the description of her video. I forget who it is right offhand.
Featured designs by Fold.
Yeah,
I just put it in the chat.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so look at the DE Hammers thing there, and it'll get you there. So, but man, that is just such a great model. Man, that is so detailed. So,
And there's several.
oh yeah. I mean, some of these guys, that's how they make their living is with the paid models and stuff like that. I mean, I can't even imagine how many hours and hours and hours it would have taken to model that thing.
Quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a couple hundred hours worth of it, because you've got it with all the separate individual pieces and stuff like that, and then
Well, like you said, even the pillars have chips and everything in them. That's work.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, though.
Yeah,
That file is $16.50.
I mean, that's a great steal. I mean, you can't complain about that one bit.
You're supporting the designer too. So
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
that is so cool.
Yeah, it turned out so good. Yeah, so check those out. Oh, all of our always forget all of our videos that we talk about are in the description of the of the live here. So if you want to get a direct link to any of them, go ahead and check them out. Down in the description.
Roger Brown is printing it right now.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're printing it right now. Sweet. You have to tell us how it turns out, Roger. That'd be pretty awesome to see another one, how it comes out.
And I also want to give a shout out to Jerry.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching his TikToks, and he's always like, got this file here. And so like I'm pausing his TikTok and I'm on my phone, like trying to, and I'm like, he was the one, I would say why I'm skipping lunch now. It's been where I'm getting my lunch money.
Oh, it's Jerry's fault. Oh.
Yeah. It's not mine.
Oh, gotcha. That's awesome. Yeah.
At least that's what I tell myself.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on then. We're going to move on to Hamilton, our buddy Hamilton Dillback. Crushing it over there with CNC with me. This week's video, he got himself an alt mill and was checking it out, doing some testing and stuff on it. it didn't sound like it was all that smooth for him. But I sent him a message earlier today, and I said, "Hey, I just watched the video about the alt mill." I said, "Was yours affected by the misalignment thing?" It sounds like it was, and I guess he didn't really check, but it sounds like the way that they were talking a couple weeks ago about there was a misalignment issue
Mhm.
with the left gantry plate on some of the machines. It was causing some binding to happen with the lead screw. And Hamilton was having he mentions having that issue in his in the video. So I think his was affected by it, but I don't think he uh, asked them to send out another plate or anything like that. But
But are you talking about like when his x-axis went cockeyed?
um, yeah, well, he was
'Cause
saying that he was binding because he had something too tight or
tight.
something like that.
Yeah. I do know that they did have an issue on the long mill a while back with their manufacturer, on the placement of the drill holes. So it
Yeah,
was, so that it's not a first time issue. So,
gotcha. Gotcha.
but that's quality control.
Yeah,
Uh,
it has so much potential to be such a insanely awesome machine and such a disruptor.
yeah.
Mm.
What I thought funny was about his was the no computer part. That's not what I was expecting to be like kind of his main issue.
Yeah, yeah, like having to have a computer nearby when I mean realistically that's what the Masso is. It's it's just built in.
Yeah. And
Uh,
they tried with the super long board to integrate it, but there was just too much complexity, and I think they did the right thing in saying, you know what, let's get the board out, let's move
yeah,
forward, we can work on it later. And I know he alluded to that as well in there, that they're working on it. But
yeah. Yeah, the computer part doesn't bother me at all because I mean I guess that's just because I'm used to that. But I can see if you, um, well, I mean, actually, well, my on my machine, the Raspberry Pi is part of it. So I guess I don't think about it as having an external computer attached to
He's having the problem.
the machine. Oh yeah, that's okay.
yeah, he was saying that
I-
was too tight.
No, yeah. So that and that's on that left side. So I think that might that was part of the issue of what they were talking about, if I remember correctly. I don't know, but yeah, it's got so much potential. I really hope it completely crushes out there.
Well, I guess my next question then is, like on a Masso, that's what the Onefinity uses and everything.
Yeah,
Let's say something happens to the machine and everything, can you still use it as a computer, or is that only like a dedicated to that specific software? Does it become e-waste is what I'm saying, like if the machine...
yeah. I think it does actually. I mean, I wouldn't see why you'd be able to do anything else with it.
So
So that's a good point. You know,
yeah, because even if you're able to just put a Raspberry Pi, like say in the
Yeah.
super long board, okay, let's say the board, something's bad, you just can't fix it. All right, hello
well,
Raspberry Pi, let's go do something else.
Yep.
But I don't know how the Onefinity, if it's on, like how that's set up, or if it's part of like the main board, or if it's like a plugin.
Yeah. No, I think I think the Masso it's a whole shebang. I think everything's built into itself.
The on mine's not a Masso. You can get it either way. You can get it with a Masso, which is called the Elite series, or you can get the original, which has a Raspberry Pi built into the controller,
Right.
and
Okay.
that's what mine is. And I can use mine either with a computer attached to it, or I can use it off of a thumb drive and put the files on that and let it upload through the Raspberry Pi. But I don't know on the Masso, it's a completely different system because it's got closed loop. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, everything's different. So I don't know if the Masso goes bad, if you're out of luck, or what the deal is.
Yeah, I kind of would think that that would be a good thing to put in. He was asking for comments about the two of them, and Paul, that would be a great thing to put on there. I think to bring up to his attention about like hey, if your Masso goes down, what are you going to do?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to
The
get
board.
attacked by his Onefinity fans. I've already been through the comments.
Oh yeah, is it all?
That's
Yeah,
why I asked you, Ryan.
yeah. Well, all right. So,
His original one was not a Masso, and
right.
then he replaced it with a Masso. So he's had experience with both of them, but
Yeah.
I'm not that familiar with the Masso because mine isn't.
Yeah, like Wade says, you can always just replace the controller with another
Yeah,
if something goes bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's any machine.
Yeah, and
Well,
I was just more, if like, okay, yeah, but you still got to take that old board out, put a new board in, but you have this old board.
right.
Like on Paul's machine, he could take out the Raspberry Pi.
actually, you can't. But
No,
Oh,
I had a controller go bad, and they wouldn't replace just the Raspberry Pi. They'd only replace the whole controller.
if I'm not mistaken, on that one, on yours, Paul, the Raspberry Pi is built into the board. I don't think it's a separate piece, is it?
I can't remember. I had
Right.
mine open, but I
Yeah.
can't. If it is a separate piece, then it's got another board attached to the top
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Wade says the Masso doesn't do CV mode. That's the only bad thing about it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So. Jerry's saying that the Starship might launch in the morning and Dallas plays tomorrow afternoon. does that mean that all hell's breaking loose?
well, it's Texas OU
Oh.
apparently, so yes.
Yeah.
Now the Starship, is he talking about X?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch
they
that.
want to catch the booster.
That'll be fun to watch.
I actually got to see the landing pads out in Florida when we were pulling out on the cruise.
Sweet. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, it sounded like it was a little bit of a rough go for the first 30 days for Hamilton, but I think it would be getting better. But when you get so used to one machine, you kind of fall into using that machine.
Yeah.
But
I'd trade my Laguna for an alt mill.
hell yeah, I still want them to come out with the smalt mill.
The small
That-
mill.
Yeah,
That's what they were showing, that they may be coming out with one.
I think they should. I think it'd be awesome. But I mean, the value of that machine is, I mean, if you, to me, like once all the bugs are worked out, which I mean is probably happening at this point, because as they've been fixing stuff over the last since they started coming out with them, and there's a backlog of 12 weeks or something like that to get an alt mill. The value that you're going to get with the alt mill over the Onefinity, like just cost wise, I don't know if it could overcome that cost savings, like for what it would be capable of doing. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see his video on the comparison of the two. I mean, I can kind of assume where it's going to go, but fun nonetheless. So, oh, I hate that phrase. Oh, I said it. Oh, so I've got this problem. there's I've gotten into watching a bunch of like 3D print farm people that do vlog style stuff, kind of like what I've been putting out, but they do it like almost on a daily basis. Uh, and the one guy says, nonetheless, constantly, like 20 or 30 times in a 7-minute video. And it's gotten into my head now. Like anytime I hear it, I'm just like, oh, stop saying that. It's such a that verbal crutch of that saying is just killing me. But now I've said it. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. We got to keep off of that one. All right. Anyway, moving on. There, in the next of the episode of the I don't know,
Good
the
evening.
stupid idiot Ryan life. Yeah, we're we'll pick something else up to be angry about. All right, moving on. Let's go to Sam Kraft. Good old Sam Kraft. Sam's been doing a good job. It seems like his business is shifting a lot towards more of the 3D printing stuff from even his laser work that he was going crazy on the last couple months. But now that he's started being a printing out some jigs and all that for lasers, he's gone kind of ham on some printers and stuff, and he's showing off here in this video the jigs that he's made for some of these fiber laser machines. I forget which one it is. It's probably an X tool because they're all X tool.
Yeah, X tool.
Yeah. But it goes through all of the things that you can, the ramps and stuff like that you can use for it, and it's just it's a pretty good product. So I'm happy for him that he seems to be doing well. That he's ramped up from like one printer like a month and a half ago to like 9 or 12 or however many he's got now. So he seems to be doing all right.
He found his niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it all started from laser.
Yeah. So every time I see one of these fiber laser ones, man, I don't want to work that small. I like working larger, but they're pretty cool. They're definitely pretty cool. I know JR has a good one, but I don't know what he's been making with it. So maybe he'll tell us in the comments about what he's been producing with his fiber laser. But
I keep thinking of the coins. I see these guys making some really cool 3D coins.
Oh yeah, the coins are pretty sweet. Let's see here.
What I liked about this though was the handle stopper. So you could get.
Yeah.
That was really, because that was one thing. I've never done any of the rotary or anything like that, or with the laser. But I was like, that always kind of bugged me. Like, oh, I would have such a hard time getting that just right. And
yeah. And it's pretty simple. Like, what a simple thought to go, but nobody else had done it. So he figured that out, and he got himself some nice repeatable things going on here. I kind of like that solo cup. That's pretty sweet. You're dedicated to your solo cup drinking if you got to get yourself a stainless steel solo cup. Man,
that would be fun to play beer pong with.
Yeah, right?
Ping,
Clang,
ping,
clang,
ping, ping.
No. Jerry says, without further ado, bugs him. Yeah, I can see that one too. All right. Well, so Sam's doing great. Good video on doing jigs. Yeah, here's the handle portion of his jig that you can get the cup and all that, or the mug, lined up so it's perfectly flat with the um, spacing on it, so you can laser in, directly on the sides. I would think easily that something like this could be adapted for a regular CO2 laser too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
The only thing would be distance. You'd have to have a narrow line
yeah,
because of the offset. Yeah.
yeah, it couldn't be a real big thing on there, but pretty cool setup though. All right, let's move on then to our buddy, Mr. Clackshack. Dave's been working on some cool stuff here. So in this first video, he actually put out 2 videos this week. That's what you get when you're broken. He's recovering from some knee surgery. He threw himself down a flight of stairs and off of a cruise ship, and then went sideways down a mountainside and tore himself up. So he had surgery on his knee the other week, and realized that he's like a lot of us that like to wear elastic waistbanded shorts and stuff. And
Whoops.
I hate putting on pants. I've gotten that. It's probably because I just don't even. It's a real pain in the butt to button them at this point in my life. It's gotten kind of ugly. I am trying to do something about it, but it's not fun. But yeah, so the Elastic Band Boys. So he created a simple little catch-all that fits in his crutches, because he wasn't able to, carrying the phone around in your pocket and in your elastic pants. Sometimes those pants start wanting to go down because of the weight of the phone. So that's not a good thing when you're walking on crutches. So, so he created this little catch-all pocket for the crutches, and works great. I mean, it's a great simple idea. It's again, it's like the funny stuff. It's the simple ideas that really make stuff work, and you're like, why didn't somebody do that before? And another channel, Functional Print Friday, he just had his arm worked on like a week ago, and he put out a video yesterday, and it was about him. To take a shower and all that, he's got his whole arm bandaged up, and they have this bag that has like a neoprene collar on it, and he needs his wife to help him get it on and on and off, because they got to hold the thing open to get it up over his arm. And now, so he just made a simple ring that will hold it open. He can slide it up his arm and take it off and put it back on all one-handed. And it's kind of funny, like the things you think about and create when you are in need of something like that, and what some of these tools that we have in our shops and all can do for us to help create that stuff. So
Wait a minute.
what?
Hue Forge and $100 bills.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we definitely could use some of those. But see, the problem there, Paul, is that HueForge can only do one-sided. So you would only have the one side of $100 bill. So you'd only have $50.
HueForge, get to work on that. 2 seconds.
No.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
you could just print both sides.
Well, I guess.
Glue them together.
Yeah. Good times. So that was a good video that that Mr. Clack put out, and the other one that he put out was on names. A good seller for especially like graduation pictures and stuff like that. But he shows like here how he's going through, and how he sets it all up for in Lightburn to cut these signs out, name signs, and all that good stuff. And another good project. If you really think about it, it's really simple. You could knock these things out very quickly.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have to do any finish or anything on them.
Yeah,
I've-
and if your laser's set up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Or
burning
if-
myself.
Or if you just turn it on once in a while. That always helps too.
by flipping the switch ball.
I walk by it and I go, good
Pet
job.
it. Yeah, you pet it once in a while. I still love you.
It's too hot in the garage.
Oh, no, I'm off that excuse.
Oh,
Now it's Halloween is how many weeks away, and I got to finish my costume.
There you go.
So
There you go.
once that's done, there
There
won't
you
be
go.
anything else that keeps me.
yes, there will.
Distracted.
The Gatton Christmas Challenge.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason.
Use the
to use
laser.
it. Mhm.
I think I got some ideas for it.
There you go. Good times. So, good job on that video. I like the thing I think I like the most about this video was that he was using the pre-finished wood, and so cleanup was so easy. He just sprayed a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on it, and like any char that was on there just wiped right off. You didn't have to sand it or anything. It was ready to go.
It makes it nice.
Yeah, just rip on right through it. So, all right. Well, moving on then, we'll go to the Punished Props Academy, and he's working on a really cool project. I like this one.
Yeah.
It kind of threw me sideways, like as he's creating this thing. So he's making a car that shows up in Futurama, like for 10 seconds or something like that at one point in one season, and that's basically what it's supposed to look like. But it's a remote control car that he's going to drive around. Well, he starts out with a 1/10 scale car, and then says it's too small. So he buys a 1/6 scale and then cuts it down to what looks like a 1/10 scale car. But nothing is ever said about that. But it seems to me like it was pretty close. Maybe the width was better on the 1/6 scale. I don't know. But pretty funny. I was kind of laughing about that. Like he's got this big car now. He's made it a lot smaller, like to the same size as the old one.
I'm trying to figure out what printer he used.
I don't know which one he was using on that.
I bet you it's the Giga.
No, it's
No?
not, because it's multiple
no.
Prusa's. Yeah, Prusa
Prusa
K4s.
parts. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was thinking they were Prusa's, but I couldn't remember for sure. But they make some really cool stuff over there. And look how nice those supports came out.
Yeah.
Man. And there's Joel. Joel dropped off some filament and goes back into the closet.
No comment.
Yeah.
Right. Is there a Joel in my closet? Please.
I
I need some filament.
There you go.
Only skeletons in mine.
I only got ex-wives in mine. But fun car. He was working on with this model. He was doing surface modeling. Have you guys done any of that in Fusion? I guess it's a little bit easier to do something like this, where you just need a shell.
Oh, and then you add the thickness after.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what I was kind of getting. All right, now Jerry's throwing me some shade here. Ryan's laser is dusty like his car in the garage. I resemble that remark. And the car is not in the garage. It's actually in the basement over there.
next to the
It's
dusty
dusty.
space.
But it's in the basement, not the garage. It's very small. But yeah, but pretty cool project with this one. You know, it's gonna be really cool when he makes the bender part.
Yeah.
The head he did in, I guess, a previous week's episode, where he was prototyping the head in cardboard. I'm assuming he's going to 3D print it out in the next one.
He needs your insert press.
He does need the insert press. Look how crooked he is.
Yeah.
Come on, Punish Props. You need to get that thing in there straight. Look how crooked. It's crooked. look how he's holding it sideways. Man, you need to get yourself some old Ender 3s and tear them all apart and make yourself a heat press insert tool that you can just buy for $50 instead. Oh, good times. All right, well, we'll keep on moving. We were talking about the laser stuff earlier, the fiber lasers. Alive Pixel Creations was making ornaments and using the fiber laser to do it. And Sean's pulling it up.
Oh, I did.
This is a pretty good walkthrough to get this thing done. I don't know where he got his jig. I don't know if he made this jig or if it was one they picked up from somewhere. But it holds the balls really nice. Uh-oh. Can anybody hear me still?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All of a sudden we just Paul's
You're talking about how this jig holds balls really nice.
yeah. They don't jiggle around. Hold them nice and firm. Once in a while, when you do hold them, you do need to cough. Right when the right when the two dots get close, you gotta cough.
Turn your head.
Yeah, and they're blue.
Ouch.
The jokes just write themselves. Yeah. But yeah, so he was making these Christmas ornaments on his laser, and I guess it never occurred to me that these things were actually clear underneath of the like the glass part of it is clear. Because like after he's done here,
Well, that looks good.
yeah, see that doesn't look see-through to me, but he ends up taking the top off of it and dumping some acrylic paint inside to coat the inside, and then it really gets white. Well, I guess he's got to clean it off beforehand, but maybe it shows up more clear after this. I was watching it on a smaller screen, so I couldn't really see.
That just gave me an idea. I wonder if you could toss a couple small LEDs in it.
Oh yeah, you could, I guess, if you didn't do the paint on the inside. But yeah, see, you really can't see through it. But I guess when you dump the paint inside of it, it really brightens it up. But what a good side hustle that would be.
Oh, that's got my mind going.
Yeah. Pretty sweet. Dump some paint in there, swooshes it around. And then, come on, makes a mess. Can't take this guy anywhere. Get some isopropyl alcohol out. Get it out there. Yep, there you go. All right, rip it off. There you go. Now rub it on there. There you go. All right, now you're okay. All right, now swoosh around the paint. There you go.
I was waiting to see paint fly.
Yeah. Oh, that would be what I'd do, because I'd be a stupid idiot and I wouldn't put my thumb over the hole. So that reminds me. So while we're waiting for just to see a little bit of the end result here, oh, Hamilton's out there in the chat. Yeah, I scrolled back and saw my face earlier on here. No. Yeah. Well, welcome on board, Mr. Dilbeck. Appreciate you showing up, sir. Yeah, look how bright that is now. Like that's a huge difference from when it was the silvery before. And I wouldn't have thought that it would have done that. There you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
So you could use any color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think you could. But it turned out really nice. I like it didn't occur to me that would be the case of what would happen. So that's pretty sweet. Going back to my other story then, real quick, is that I was driving home and coming down the mountain and everybody was slamming on their brakes, so I had to slam on my brakes. I had a brand new jug of Arizona iced tea sitting on my passenger seat. It goes flying into the footwell of my truck and explodes.
Oh,
There's a whole gallon of iced tea going just glug, 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 glug. It only lasted for about 3 or 4 seconds because it blew out the whole side of the jug.
Oh.
It was down there. There's an inverter sitting in the footwell and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh, this is bad. But I did have those the plastic floor mats in there, and so it all ran out the door. So I was like, yeah, not totally ruined.
just your iced tea.
Yeah, just lost an iced tea. So, but good times. Yeah, but anyways, all right. So there, that's how it looks like after the white paint was in. I thought that was pretty neat. And then we also have one more for this week. It's a part of a Kickstarter. You know how we like our Kickstarters here, which we do need to go back and look at that diode laser here. Maybe next week we can go look at that because that's probably winding up pretty soon. But this company called Infinity Flow has started a Kickstarter. And I've seen some ads on it before it went live, and these guys are pretty creative. I very much enjoy them, their video style. The one video that they put out beforehand, the guy was out like working on his grill, like cooking something, and then he like stops and he walks over to his printer and changes the filament and goes back to grilling, really, really quickly because, everybody uses their 3D printers out on the deck. So, but I think this is going to be a great product. Evidently it funded within 2 hours of being posted live. And what it is, it's Infinity Flow. It's to keep you from running out of filament, so you can load up your spools on there. It's not like an AMS where the machine needs to know anything about it. This is purely a unit that is driven by the filament itself. So it has filament runout sensors on it, and when it detects that it's run out from one side, it switches to the other side, and you can just keep switching, adding spools in. It's not like it only goes one time. You can just continuously just add another spool when you see that one's empty, and it has nothing to do with the firmware or anything. So it's pretty sweet how this thing is operating, and I think it'll do really good, especially for like print farms and stuff.
One of the coolest things is it works with any printer.
Yeah.
I mean,
because it has nothing. It's not connected to the printer at all.
Nope.
So, I mean, with the exception of the Bowden tube.
Yeah.
Did they say if it's going to just hold 1 kilogram or will it be able to hold 3?
Oh, no.
Sizes.
You can do big ones.
Just like that.
Yeah. 3 and I think 5Ks.
5Ks.
So you can do some monster filaments on that thing.
So I'm getting an orange Giga in this?
There you go. That would work.
Oh wait, no, I'm still on probation. Never mind.
Well, you only have to pay it once it's done. So I mean, you got probably 30 to I don't know how many days are until the end of this one, or what they're at. I didn't have time to look.
But see, if I get this,
36,000.
I'll need to get an orange Giga.
Yeah,
I don't know how that logic works, but it makes
I
sense.
mean,
up
it
here.
works though. I'm down. Let's go. I really wish I would have jumped in on one of those when they were on the Kickstarter. Ugh.
Well, because they seem to be doing pretty well right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
I
got
think
the kinks worked
they
out.
they fixed it with all the prototypes that they'd sent out to other people that were having problems, and now they're working out pretty good. No, yeah, but what a cool product! I think it's going to work out well for them.
And it's not, what is it, like $150? That's it?
Yeah, it did. I don't think it was bad.
No.
But I mean, I think it's going to work out pretty well for them. Let's see here. There we go. But yeah, 5K spools on that thing would be pretty sweet. But anyway, we'll check in on that one. We'll keep an eye on it and see how well they're doing as they continue, and go on from there. We got one video left for this week, and it's our Now for Something Different video. This is from Shorts Fact Entertainment. I don't know if they like our clip channel or something like that they take other people's stuff and redo them or whatever, but this was pretty cool. So this guy does a balloon and puts a GoPro on it, and it just keeps going higher and higher and filming what's happening as it's going up, and having itself a grand old time floating up into the sky. It's just amazing pictures.
That looks pretty flat to me.
Yeah,
Real flat.
it's the curvature of the lens of the camera.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. We're in near space. I mean, just the height that thing is done is pretty awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the big old curvature, and then the balloon pops.
I'll
probably hit a goose. Yeah, it's got its own little parachute that deploys. I want to know how many miles away from where it took off, where it landed. That'd be kind of cool to see. How far away it actually went, by way of sky.
It's catching the jet streams way up there.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would have potential of being, 1,000 miles away. And then it lands in the field, boom, and it's back home. But pretty cool that camera worked long enough to, get it back. So, but all the launch from Northeast Texas, but they didn't say where it landed at. But pretty cool.
I'll just go drive around and see if I can find it.
Yeah.
I have nothing better to do.
Listen for ping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they got
so cool.
they got
what's
their
the
Apple
coin?
AirTag on
Coin
it.
on it.
Huh? Yeah. I think that's how he's being able to show that it's him, his balloon or whatever that's going up. I would assume that's the reasoning for that. Pretty sweet though. But pretty fun video to watch. It's a short one. It's not very long at all. It's a couple minutes long. But just the pictures and the view were just pretty awesome. I dug it.
If I ever did that, it'd be my luck to end up in the middle of the Pacific Ocean or something.
Yeah. Heck yeah. There he goes. Balloon poppage. Now look at all those turtles that are going to get that balloon stuck in their nose.
Hey, wait. So you're telling me some kids from, East Texas were able to get something into space and back safely?
Yep.
Edge of space.
Okay.
Yeah, the edge.
Still,
Yeah. Kids from East Texas were able to do that. Take note, certain company with two astronauts stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck up. Yeah, you're going to be up there for 8 days. I mean, 8 months, 8 months and 8 days. What?
They
8 days?
used a
Yeah,
balloon, dude. Come on.
yeah.
Have
Pretty awesome.
a Mr. Bill on board.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. All right. Well, what's JR saying here? Anyone in here have an X Tool F1 Ultra? Have my eyes on it, but thinking at the pace of technology, they'll have a 50-watt version soon. Yeah, with the way that X Tool comes out with stuff, I mean, they pump out a new product every 2 weeks. Who is it? Spiker Designs today just put out a video on their the S one, whatever their, I don't even know what the nomenclatures are for them all. But it's their CO2 laser, like an upgraded version of their flagship, I guess. And yeah, so they're always coming out with new stuff. I don't know. Get the newest one that you can, because in 2 weeks it'll be old anyway. But
Yeah, but you can always sell it on Marketplace.
yeah, you can always sell it on Marketplace, and then I'll call you and bug you about it. No. Did I tell you guys about my other Facebook Marketplace ordeal that I had a couple weeks ago? I don't think I did. All right, I'll tell you this one real quick. So, uh, I think I've said before that we bought a golf cart over the summer. My wife bought a golf cart over the summer. I did not. My wife did. There you go. Anyway, so on Facebook Marketplace, one showed up, same as what we have, but it was less than a year old and had like a couple 100 miles on it or something. And they wanted like half of what we paid for. And I was like, I showed it to my wife and she goes, well, you should contact them. I said, okay, if you want me to, I will. I said, we could take that thing down south and, you flip it and make a couple grand if you wanted to. I said, if it's real. Yeah, it turned out it was a scam. But it was like, the place is like an hour and a half from me. And I was like, yeah, I want to come check it out. And they're like, okay, yeah, you can come check it out. And then they would kind of get ghosty and stuff like that. And then I told them when I was coming. I was like, yeah, I want to come. And they were like, well, other people are interested. So if you want to leave a small deposit to hold it for you, like we can do that. And I was like, no, I'm coming with cash. I hadn't left my house either. Because at this point I was like, yeah, right. This is total scam. So like an hour later, I'm like, hey, I'm on my way. I need the address of where to go. And then didn't hear anything. And then I'm like, hey, I'm there in your town. I need to know where to go. They took down the ad. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. But too bad. But fun times. You got to be careful on Facebook Marketplace. No,
Yeah, you do.
You gotta show people, even when people are legit. They're you're trying to buy something from them. Like you have to really prove that you're a legit person and that you're going to show up and all that stuff, because people want to think they've been scammed at so many times. But crazy. Fun times. Well, that was fun time. Oh, wow. We are almost an hour and a half in on this show tonight. Oof, good golly.
Good show.
Time.
Yeah.
Lots of yapping. Well, let's get ourselves wind down then to get out of here. Mr. Corliss, you have anything else for us?
Nope, fresh out of ideas.
Appreciate you. Mr. Klondike?
Have a wonderful week. Next Wednesday, I'll have my live.
Oh, nice.
10 a.m. in the morning,
Very
Central
good.
Time. If you just want to hang out, have some coffee, and who knows what I'll be talking about. Something about trains, probably.
There you go. Good times. Mr. Hammerquist, anything from you, sir?
Oh, y'all have a good week. Enjoy it. I want to give a shout out to my youngest daughter for making her way to the front row at the Inner Shikari show, getting the pick from the lead guitarist, jumping around, getting on my shoulders, and just having a great old time and not being afraid of it. So
Good deal.
don't be
Good.
afraid to take your kids to a heavy metal show.
Oh,
They have a good time. They learn a lot of different language, but they do have a good time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if they learn it or they just are
Yeah.
more familiar with it.
Or they become more, what's the word? Less,
Inhibited.
yes, inhibited. Thank you. With it.
Okay, another quick story. Last one for tonight, I promise. So my son and my wife were away for a week a while back, and he has the VR stuff, right? You know, the Quest VR stuff, and he's playing some game that the kids like to play called Gorilla Tag, I think it is. I don't know. You feel like a complete asshole when you're playing this game because you have to move your arms like you're a monkey, like to move around. So you're sitting here doing this shit all over the place, and no, it doesn't work very well. Anyway, he had me go get the daily rewards for him while he was gone, and so the first time that I sign on to this thing, you know, I know immediately that it's a free game on the Oculus, so it's a bunch of little kids that are playing this game, and so I sign on and I hear these. I hear this little nose picker going, "Stop effing following me!" Except for he threw it all out there, and I was just like, "Whoa, dude! Like, what was that?" Like, he wasn't talking to me; he was talking to some other little nose picker. But it was so. I was like, "Holy crap!" These kids are letting it all hang out here. Like,
no.
they're getting after it. But yeah, it was pretty funny. But anyhow, anyway, all right. Before we go, just as a reminder, thank you so much to our Gatton Christmas Challenge sponsors, Cadence Manufacturing Design, Wham Bam, and Rapid Change ATC. As hopefully some more people haven't quite made the jump yet to be sponsors with us. Hopefully next week and the week coming, we'll be having some more folks jumping on board with us. So the links for all these three wonderful companies are in the description. So please support the people that are supporting us. Get your Ginny bits, get your build plates, and your Rapid Change ATCs. Thank you so much for believing in us and letting us give some of your stuff away. I guess that's about it. There's no like outro thing for this week, so I don't know how long it's going to take for it to actually stop the stream. So we're going to try to stop it and probably just look at the camera for about 5 minutes before it goes. So peace out, sauerkraut. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining us.